Good afternoon and welcome back again. I'm finally getting to do the little discussion that I wanted to do about the thing that second only to apostasy is the one thing that in reality drives witnesses to utter fear and trepidation, and that is the appearance of a brother walking into the Kingdom Hall with a beard. Yes, in other words, a rebel without a shave. So let's talk beards. So first and foremost, beards have been with us since the dawn of man. I'm not obviously referencing here an ape because he had the all over beard look, but I'm on about to let's for 5 seconds believe that the first man was Adam. And if you look at Adam and you go back through the 6,000 years of man's history and civilization, that we'll notice every time that man is portrayed in statues and sculptures and carvings and drawings and then portraits. Yeah, by and all, he's always got a beard. He's enough always got a beard. And beards, just continued all the way through man's history. It went out of fashion sometimes in the 18th and 17th century when all of a sudden, there was occasions where they preferred to have a shave and also have a bad wig. But then all of a sudden it came back, and then you came to World War One. Maybe it was because all these men were stuck in France and Belgium, and to alleviate the boredom of trying to survive another day, in the morning they decided, I tell you what, let's have a shave. And so they had their hair cut short and they shaved themselves, and maybe it was to stop obviously lice or fleas or whatever attaching themselves in their bodily hair. Needless to say, that continued on through to the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s until the very late 60s, when you got the counterculture, when all of a sudden men were encouraged to grow their hair, and in doing so grew a beard, and beards were back in. They took a bit of a nosedive in the 80s, but needless to say, beards are back, and they are back bigger than ever. Some beards are absolutely massive these days. And the beard's in. So when you look at Jehovah's Witnesses history, would you say that that sort of follows the same theme the past 100 years? Well, obviously, the answer is no. You have Charles Taze Russell, who had what I would describe as the Amish beard, whereupon you have a big bushy beard, but you don't grow any hair here at all. And then obviously came Drunk Rutherford. So when he came in, he was a nice clean-shaven chap, and from then on, there's no appearance of a beard by anybody of any worthable note in the leadership of Jehovah's Witnesses, all through the presidents, the various governing body members, district overseers, circuit overseers, none. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to, when thinking about my own experience, 28 years as Jehovah's Witness, associated with 5 different congregations, multiple circuit assemblies in various areas, district conventions in various areas. My associations with the beard can be counted on one hand. So, without further ado, let's roll the first beard. So, the first beard I got acquainted with was my Uncle Mike, and he had a beard before he became a witness. He joined the Ellesmere Port congregation, and he always had a beard. He became a servant, he always had a beard, and I don't know if the beard held him back to becoming an elder, but let's just say eventually he was removed from being a servant, he felt out the truth, and then he was away for many years. He's came back. I think he may be an elder now in real, and needless to say, there isn't a beard, and he looked odd. It really suited a beard. The second one was my stepfather, Graham. He came into the truth with a beard, and he left this life with a beard, and he never became a servant or an elder. The next one was when I went into Wallasey congregation. There was a young brother there called Mike, and he was told under no uncertain terms, look, Sonny Jim, if you want to make it anywhere in this congregation, if you want any responsibility at all, the beard has got to go. And I was speaking about this to another brother in Wallasey I was living with called Eddie Eichelshine, and he remarked that if you sported a beard and went on chapping doors in the posh part of Wallasey, bizarrely there is one, it's called the Village, that if somebody opened the door and saw you with your beard, straight away they'd assume that you were a communist. I clearly forgot that in the 1980s in Merseyside there was a high proportion of people chapping doors who were bearded communists. Obviously taking their beard perspective from the communist leaders, which of course, when you look at Lenin, gitty goatee, not John Lennon, I mean Lenin gitty goatee, Uncle Joe Stalin, a big bushy moustache, and then go through Khrushchev, Gorbachev. Funny enough, none of them ever had beards. None of them ever had a beard, but bizarrely, in Merseyside, all the communists had beards. Total bollocks. Then I moved up to Ayr congregation, which wasn't a beard to be seen. As far as I remember, I never acquainted one beard at all when I was in Ayr. Then I moved to Rutherglen, and there's a guy called John McEwen there. He had a beard, I'm sure, when we started there. He may have been an elder. He was a servant when he was there. He gave some great talks. And he never got made up to be an elder. I think he might have stepped down and been moved being a servant, and sadly he's no longer with us. Then there was another guy who was also a servant, a guy called Ronnie Downey. He had a moustache and a rather ill-fitting toupee, and he went on holiday once and he came back with both a tan and a beard. And it was like, oh, Brother Downey's got a beard. Ooh, you could feel the ripples going through the congregation. And needless to say, within time he either stood down or was removed from being a servant, and I don't even know if he's alive or dead anymore. And then I did go up to East Clyde congregation, and there wasn't a beard to be seen as far as I remember. But in my own instance, I sported in Rutherglen a gitty goatee. I had long sideys, but the 3 inches there never ever joined up. Or was it 2 inches? As my face gets fatter, it'll be 4 inches shortly. But anyway, that was never filled in. So I did a Downey. I went on holiday and came back with both a tan and a large credit card bill and also a beard. And I remember the interpretation of the very first time I went into the Kingdom Hall at Rutherglen, thinking, how is this going to go down? I can't remember if I was a servant at the time. I may have been. I think I was. And I remember sisters came up to me and says, oh, Terry, I really like a man with a beard. I wasn't really trying to get their attention, but I was thinking, well, if you really like a man with a beard, go and join the Amish, because you're in the wrong religion. And of course, the presiding overseer always had a red face. Because he constantly he shaved every day. And he came up to me, Jim Woods. He says, Terry, I see you've got a beard. No shit, Jim. Well spotted. But anyway, his comments was, I wish I could grow a beard because I've got sensitive skin. Well, Jim, yes, I wish that you had grown a pair of balls and a beard. But we know if you had grown a beard that you wouldn't be 5 minutes where the other elders were saying either remove the beard or otherwise we're going to remove any responsibilities in the congregation that you have. So needless to say, he'll never have a beard. He'll never have a beard. Now, the interesting thing about this, more than anything else, is with Jehovah's Witnesses, it's all about doing things Jehovah's way. It's Jehovah this, Jehovah that, Jehovah the other, oh, Jehovah, and it's all Jehovah's arrangements. Well, if Jehovah really did, that's God in case anybody knows Jehovah is, if Jehovah really did create Adam, he created Adam with all these sort of hair follicles here to grow something called a beard. And so therefore, for any brothers to actually shave themselves, like put a blade upon their faces every morning, you're really going against Jehovah's arrangement. Surely you must be. He actually put in that he did it. It wasn't part of his arrangement for men to lie with men. It wasn't part of the arrangement for women to be above the man, but to be the other way around. So clearly, if women can't give talks in hall and men are the head of the household, if homosexuality is banned, and if you engage in it, you get booted out. Surely, going down the same road, the same, thinking, using total logic, if you shave yourself, you're going against Jehovah's arrangement, and therefore maybe new light coming soon will show that in fact all brothers should grow a beard, a bit like the Amish guys, that all brothers should have a beard, and if you actually shave yourself, you're going against Jehovah's arrangement. I don't know if it goes for a woman growing a beard, but heaven knows. But the interesting thing is that when we look at Jehovah's Witnesses diagrams of anybody of any worthy note, or even nameless blokes in the Bible, when you look at their illustrations, when you look at their drawings, when you now look at their videos on jw.borg, when you see the things that are shown at conventions. Funny enough, everybody, apart from the baby Jesus, apart from little baby Jesus, everybody has got a beard. Everybody's got a beard. Just look at them, beard, beard, beard. They've all got beards. You know, there's so many beards, it's a beard fest. It really is unbelievable. They've all got beards. So, let's come to the next thing, which is now that the governing body are having themselves illustrated in heaven, not with the baby Jesus, but with Jesus Christ. They're now having themselves drawn in heaven in their, joint kingly role with Jesus, looking down, ready to take part in the spectacular slaughter. And when you look at the SWAT team that have enveloped, a family of Jehovah's Witnesses, of course, when Armageddon is going down, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find my nearest gun and try and find a Jehovah's Witness so I can shoot them. Obvious logic there, anyway. So anyway, they are pictured in heaven, next to Jesus. But bizarrely, ironically, they've all got a beard. They've got a beard. Jesus has got a beard. All the angels have got a beard. And the top man himself, God, also is sporting a beard. So, next time you see Jehovah's Witnesses, maybe keep away from the controversial things. There's so many things to talk about. But if you see the Carters, just leave them with one line. Just go up to them, or if they come to your doors, just say this one thing. Look, it says, can I just ask you one question? Yeah, what is it? If beards are good enough for heaven, how come they're not good enough for the earth? I'll let them do their own research and their own logical reasoning. Maybe that's a thing that will turn them away from Jehovah's Witnesses, and maybe they too will be a rebel without a shave. Anyway, have a great day. I'll leave that with you. And finally, we've got the whole beard over and done with. Whew, that was a close shave. Bye-bye.